kaibigan natin dyan, nandito na naman po tayo sa isang reaction video galing po sa ating PH News Update. Korte nagdesisyon na illegal ginawa sa kampo ni Gatchalian. Sobrang kahihiyan ito sa Senado. Base po sa pagkakaintindi ko sa title na to, kasi nga 'di ba, parang nahihiwagaan tayo na dapat po ang SP ang siya yung parang pinaka magsasalita doon tulad ng ginagawa po ni ni Cheese Escudero. Ewan ko kung anong nangyayari. Alam nyo naman, normal na sa kanila yung bendalo kung ano man. Panoorin na natin ito ng sabay-sabay mga kapatid. Pa-like po ng ating video. Napakalaking bagay ho sa atin yung like ninyo para manumbalik po ang ating algorithm. Kasi nga po kung titignan nyo ang ating subscriber, napakalaki dahil pinalitan ko ng 2 beses yung pangalan ng channel, nagkandaleche-leche. Kaya po kung sumusuporta po kayo at sa mga tunay po natin dyan, mag-subscribe na po kayo at mag-like sa ating video. At sa konting panunuyo lang, nandiyan dyan ang ating Gcash. Diba? Okay mga kapatid, kahit ano lang, kahit magkano yan, okay lang po yan mga kapatid. Napakalaking bagay ho sa atin yan para meron tayong ganito pang kape. Hindi ho tayo sumweldo ngayon sa YouTube. Okay, ito na po, i-play na ho natin ano ang meron dito.
When the Senate President called on Senator Lacson to nominate a presiding officer because wala naman talaga yun sa Constitution na pipili ka o boboto yung Senate. Kung ang intention ng framers ay mag-vote o pipili sila ng mag-elect sila, dapat sinulat yun sa Constitution. Hindi naman nakasulat sa Constitution.
Ayun naman pala. So, ibig sabihin, labag sa Constitution, napipili po sila. Pero sir, diba, parang medyo nakabuti naman na akala nila nakasama. Kasi nga, baka si Gatchalian, hindi sa bagay, parehas naman sila. Pero okay din. Sa ngayon, parang okay naman si Cheech, no? Medyo okay naman siya. Kung si Gatchalian, medyo pagod nga si Gatchalian. Grabe naman kayo. Diba? Ang hirap kayong maging halaman sa gilid ni Cheese Escudero. Diba? O yung nakita ko sa Facebook, yung parang nagaganchilyo na lang siya, walang ginagawa. Alam nyo, dapat Sir Gatchalian, with all your respect, dapat kung ka na lang sa baba, tas makinuod ka na lang habang nanonood ka, kumain ka ng popcorn. Okay na yun. Kasi nandiyan ka sa gilid, para ka lang nakatayong halaman talaga dyan. Okay na mga kapatid, tuloy-tuloy tayo.
So personally, I think and I believe that move to elect a Senate President, elect a presiding officer in the person of Cheese Escudero, I think is unconstitutional and illegal, and that can be raised in the coming days, that can be raised in the Supreme Court. Ang problema kasi dyan, kasi continuing na yun maging problema dyan.
Ito ang balita ngayon. Trending at
tuloy-tuloy na yung
pinag-uusapan
problema na yan.
ngayon sa mundo ng social media. Ang di umano'y balitang. Ito ang balitang dapat malaman ng taong bayan na pilit tinatago at pilit ayaw di umanong ipalabas ng mga bayarang media sa palasyo, Kamara at Senado sa publiko. Pero bago ang lahat, kung bago ka pa lamang sa channel na ito
po. Salamat,
at kung gusto mo ang mga balitang politika ay
libre ang subscribe dito sa Facebook kasi may bayad dito po libre.
please, huwag kalimutang mag-like, subscribe at i-click ang notification bell para mas maging updated ka palagi sa lahat pa ng mga bagong video na i-upload namin. At ito na nga mga kababayan.
Davao City 3rd District Representative Congressman Isidro Ungab kinumpirmang unconstitutional at illegal ang butuhan sa presiding officer at mali di umano si Senate President Win Gatchalian. Congressman Ungab, tila sinampal ng katotohanan at kahihiyan ang kampo ni Gatchalian at ang gobyerno ngagba ni Marcos Jr.
Actually, kahit hindi lang naman siya ang nagsabi, di ba sinabi rin niya ni Alan Peter Cayetano. Pero wala pa rin, di ba? Lahat babaliin nila. Wala silang pakialam kung ano sabihin mo. Kung may batas dyan, edi ibahin natin. Magbotohan tayo kung sinong magiging yung tagapagsalita dyan katabi ni Gatchalian. Pucha, naging halaman talaga si Gatchalian. Palike po ng video natin mga kapatid ha.
Narito't panuuri ng full video.
I-raise ni Senator Cayetano yung Constitution And it's clear in the Constitution that yung impeachment, kapag if the President is impeached, it is the Chief Justice who will preside.
Oh,
And it is silent when
hindi, parang ayoko rin mag-preside si Gatchalian eh. Parang ano din eh. Si Cheese, mag-aalangan ka talaga dyan dahil balimbing. Pero dito talaga baka solido to eh. Solidong ano to, BBM to eh. Si Gatchalian, di ba?
kung hindi presidente, kung non-presidential impeachment, kung vice president, kung justices o chief justice, silent nakalagay. But ayun na nga, kung silent doon, the default mode there is the Senate President. Why? Because
diba?
in terms of hierarchy, number one is the Senate, is the President of the Philippines. Number two is the Vice President. So when the number two is in trial for impeachment, yung number three ang mag-preside, the Senate President. So who is the number three Senate President? Ang number four is the House of Representatives, the Speaker. Yung
Ganun pala yun?
number 5 is the Chief Justice. So ganun yung tinatawag natin na constitutional status o constitutional hierarchy. So when the Vice President is being the topic of the impeachment, siya yung respondent, so dapat ang nag-preside doon yung Senate President.
Oh.
Nakasulat ba doon sa Constitution na kung ang mag-preside i-elect? Wala, hindi nakasulat doon. So
Oh, hindi pala nakasulat pero bakit nila ginawa? Ba't gumawa sila ng mga kanya-kanya? Tangina na yan. King ina talaga. Oh, hindi pala nakasulat pero ginagawa na. Woo! Taragis. Our government is nyeh. Ay, naka.
Senate President Gatchalian is wrong for not entertaining clearly the point of order. In fact, mag-rule ka dapat when you are the Senate President or when you are the presiding officer, you will rule if the point of order is in order. So dapat nag-rule siya. Yung point of order is well taken or point of order is not taken or point of order is out of order. Wala naman. Ang manifest lang siya. This is the manifestation of the Senate President. Sinabi niya.
Ay, na. So wala palang alam yung mga hindi pala alam ni hindi ko na alam sasabihin ko kasi mga kapatid, wala pala dun sa rules, wala dun sa pinaka-book na binubuklat po nila na sinasabi nila dun. O wala naman pala dito. Bakit kailangan gumawa sila ng butuan na ganyan? Although sa akin okay naman si Cheese. Magaling nga mukhang sanay na siya no? Mukhang pwede siyang mag-judge. Pero dapat si Gatchalian. Kaso baka pag si Gatchalian naman po, ang siya yung magruruling matawag dyan, yung mga parang si Cheese, ganyan. Baka naman lutuin lalo. No, baka hindi na pagsalitain si yung kampo po ng mga Duterte. Okay na rin si Cheese kaso talaga baliktad talaga rin si Cheese. Pero magandang performance ni Cheese ha. Baka gugulatin tayo niyan biglang baka bumoto yan talaga ng hindi pwedeng ma-impeach si BP Sara. Napakagandang pagbawi yon Cheese. Parang bang hayaan mo munang mali ang naging desisyon mo pero sa uli itatama mo. Maganda yan, ano?
So without the ruling, supposedly, hindi sila makaproceed to another business. Now, you compare this to the impeachment of Chief Justice Corona.
Ayun.
When the Senate President was Senate President Enrile, immediately after convening the impeachment court, siya na ang nag-reside. Questions on a point of order, questions on motion were all addressed by Senate President Enrile. In other words, the president of the Senate President sitting as the presiding officer was already established during the time of Senate President Enrile during the impeachment of Chief Justice Corona. Second, di ba nung nakaupo si Alan Cayetano as Senate President, although for a short time, nag-convene na yung impeachment court. And when the impeachment court convened, si Senator Cayetano ang nag-act as presiding officer. They took their oath and he was the one presiding. Hindi sila mag-elect ng another presiding officer. So, personally, I think and I believe that move to elect a Senate President, elect presiding officer in the person of Cheese Escudero, I think is unconstitutional and illegal. And that can be raised in the coming days, that can be raised in the Supreme Court. Ang problema kasi dyan, kasi continuing na yun maging problema dyan. The rulings of the chair is very important. If you will notice, and if you will remember, it is still fresh in our memory. Senate President Enrile, who was presiding the impeachment of Chief Justice Corona, made several rulings, and he made a lot of opinions. He made written opinions, he made verbal opinions. So magaling si Senate President Enrile, and he was really able to preside properly, to handle the proceedings orderly and properly. It is the obligation, it is the statutory obligation of the Senate President to act as the presiding officer.
Oh.
And the revelation there was when both Senator Alan Cayetano and Senator Pia Cayetano presented the proceedings, the deliberations of the Constitutional Convention or Constitutional Commission that drafted the 1987 Constitution. There was a deliberation between Commissioner Christian Monsod and Commissioner Hilario Dovide. Dovide, who became Chief Justice, and he was the one presiding during the impeachment of President Erap Estrada. It was clear and it was established there in the deliberation that the ang sabi doon sa deliberation for the impeachment of the President, it is clear that the Chief Justice will preside. At hindi nakasulat nga. And it is assumed that, ito klaro sa records of the Constitutional Commission, that it is assumed that the Senate President will preside in all other impeachment other than the President. So, nakakatawa nga kanina kasi tama yung point ni Senator Pia Cayetano, baka pagtatawan tayo ng mga law students. I am not a lawyer pero nagbabasa naman ako ng law, no? Nagbabasa ako ng political law, nagbabasa ako ng constitutional law, and it is very clear that when yun na nga, napatawa ako kasi merong senador doon nagsabi, ano ba yun? Sinulat ko, expresso unios es exclusio alterios. The express mention of one thing exclude all others. So ang ibig sabihin nito, expressly written, si Chief Justice ang mag-preside kapag presidente ang under impeachment. In other words, hindi siya pwede doon mag-preside sa iba. You cannot assume that you will elect. So kung ang purpose ng Constitutional Commission o purpose ng Constitution is mag-elect, so dapat sinulat doon sa Constitution. It was not written there.
Oo.
So, what are the rules of statutory construction? Balikan mo yung framers ng Constitution, pag-aralan mo. So, there is a very big chance, that this will be brought to the Supreme Court for interpretation.
Naalala ko tuloy din yung sinabi ni Soto. No, parang hindi na, ewan ko lang base lang sa pagkakaintindi ko, parang mas matimbang ata yung simulan na yung impeachment kaysa doon sa rules. Parang nakalimutan ko na. Sorry mga kapatid Dumaan kasi yun sa Facebook ko na sinasabi niya na simulan na, no? Mas importante daw kasi na simulan na yung impeachment kaysa doon sa mga rules na nakalagay doon sa book ata. Pero hindi ganun yung pagkasabi niya, no? Hindi ganun.
And there is really a possibility that this will be questioned time and again. Because the rulings of the chair or rulings of the presiding officer is very, very important. So that's my point. I think tama yung point of order ni Senator Alan Cayetano. Ang mali, hindi i-rule yung point of order na diretso doon sa motion. So, the motion to elect kaagad without first determining if the point of order was proper or out of order. So,
Kong,
may question talaga.
Kong, yung pong niraise po ninyo na in-skip na elementary rule ng Senate President sa parliamentary proceedings, ito po'y ina-apply sa City Council, sa Sangguniang Panlalawigan, itong mga ganitong ruling o ganitong mga procedures. Ganun,
Kahit sa barangay.
Kahit sa barangay,
yes.
Ito ba yung magandang halimbawa, Kong? Lalo pat nanunood din, maraming mga konsehal, maraming mga Sangguniang Panlalawigan members, maraming mga barangay councilors ang nanunood po buong Pilipinas sa mga proceeding na ito.
Yes, tama yun because point of order, nasa hierarchy of the, diretso yan, sa Robert's Rule of Order, you have to immediately entertain that. Because a point of order is the violation of the rules. And in this case, it is violation of the Constitution. Now, it was not ruled kanina by the Senate President. So, hindi klaro yung motion to elect. Was it in the proper order o hindi ba proper yung order? So, I think most likely iaakyat talaga for interpretation yan sa Supreme Court kasi mahirap naman na tuloy-tuloy yung may mga questions na pwede lalabas because the chair or the presiding officer rules always, especially in an impeachment proceeding. Presentation of evidence, presentation of the witnesses, precedence of motions, may mga debate dyan and the ruling of the presiding officer is very important.
Tuloy-tuloy na
Presiding
natin, mga
officer
kapatid.
should be valid and in accordance with the rules and in the Constitution. Now, the question was yung replacement. I think na-mention yun na pag-usapan din. The amendment to the rules was made last June 3, in which there were only 12 senators present. Question there, was there a proper quorum? Was the resolution to amend valid? So I think there is still a pending case in court there. Hindi naman lagi correct after yung merong special session last June 17 ba yun o basta June, second week of June, merong special session when they elected a new Senate President in the person of Senate President Lynn Gatchalian. Dapat di-correct nila doon yung I would say infirmity. Mali. So may malaki talagang question dito. Now, dumating tayo dito ngayon na maraming questions on the constitutionality. It also happened there in the House during the deliberations. Alam mo, itong impeachment do, ang daming infirmities. Sa committee hearing sa House, 55 members of the committee, we were more than 300 congressmen. Only the 55 members of the committee were allowed to ask questions, were allowed to interpolate or cross-examine the witnesses. Kaming mga hindi members, because kami, mga taga Davao, wala kaming membership sa committee. I would say I'm one of the most experienced congressman kasi magpang-anim na termino ko na to. Wala akong komitiba, hindi man ako member sa isang committee. We were told that yung hindi nakapagtanong dito sa committee, doon na kayo sa plenary magtanong. Pagdating sa plenary, I was expecting na makapagtanong kami. We were only given 3 minutes to ask question. No extension. How can you deliberate or how can you absorb properly? How can the member of Congress understand when you are only given 3 minutes to ask question? I have more than 100 pages of questions. 2 page lang yung naitanong ko because I was only given 3 minutes to ask questions. Itong isa pa. I wrote the Committee on Justice. I wrote the Secretary General. Humingi ako ng transcript of records of the proceedings of the committee. Nakailang committee hearings yun? 4 or 5 ba? Or 6? Kasi I wanted to see, because there was a big difference in the original articles of impeachment submitted by the complainants and i-consolidate nila doon pagdating sa committee. And the consolidated version, iba na doon sa sinagot ni Vice President Sara Duterte. So, the theory, or for the sake of due process, kung binago mo yung complaint or articles of impeachment, kung binago mo yung facts doon, kasi may dinagdag sila ng mga witnesses doon, may dinagdag sila ng mga ebidensya, i-inform mo yung respondent. Because hindi naman pwede dalhin mo doon sa plenaryo na hindi niya alam yung mga dinagdag. So back to the point ko kanina, humingi ako ng copy ng transcript of records doon sa Committee on Justice at saka sa Secretary General. The letter was dated May 9, it was received May 11. Alam niyo kung anong petsa ko na-receive? May 25 or 26. Tapos na yung voting. Tapos na yung voting ng impeachment doon sa House plenary. And again, I was only given 3 minutes. how can a member of the House, in fact, ako lang yata yung humingi ng copy. Dapat it should have been distributed yung transcript of the records of or the minutes of the meeting of the committee. Dapat pinamigay yun sa members para ma-absorb mo lahat. Kasi out of the 300 plus members, 55 lang ang members ng Committee on Justice. So doon mo makikita that there was really a big question on the due process. So sana the students or the professors of history will look into this, that there was no proper deliberation, there was no proper due process given to the respondent vice president. Kahit ako na congressman, na matagal na akong congressman, I was not given a chance to really ask or propound intelligent questions because I was only given 3 minutes. So most of those questions I asked were only procedural questions. Hindi na ako nakatanong ng substantive questions about the witnesses, about the testimonies, about the figures, the data presented by the merong mga data doon na present yung AMLC, may mga figures present yung former senator, may marami doon na questions. So hindi kami nakapagtanong doon sa committee. So lalo na sa plenary, walang question. So nagbutuhan kami ng hindi na deliberate masyado yung articles of impeachment doon sa House. Ngayon, nakikita ko na naman diyan sa Senate na merong constitutional infirmity, which is very important because it is clear in the Constitution, and the Constitution does not say that you have to elect a presiding officer. The framers of the Constitution, in its deliberation, nagsabi na the Senate President, automatically, siya dapat ang mag-preside sa ibang mga impeachment maliban sa Presidente ng Pilipinas. Because if the President of the Philippines is under impeachment, it will be the Chief Justice who will preside. So the default mode there, kahit hindi nakasulat, is the number 3 man in the hierarchy of the public officials. Number 3 is the Senate President. Yun yung aking mga observations, MJ at Admar.
Opo, Kong, bago lang po si partner Admar, usapin po tayo, Kong, ng mandato. Dahil sinabi po ni Congressman Jervil Luistro kanina, Congresswoman Luistro, yung Latin phrase na Vox Populi est Suprema Lex. In English, the voice of the people is the supreme law. Now, sinagot po siya ng depensa ni Attorney Sheila Sison. Sabi niya, the Vice President was voted by 32 million Filipinos. This is the voice of the people. Anong masasabi mo doon, sir? Sa palitan po nila ng mga pahayag.
Correct. Tama. Voice of the people is the supreme law. In fact, she got the highest vote in the last election. Higher than the president. Hindi lang yung 32 million vote. She has the highest approval ratings from among the top government officials. Hindi lang siya highest net satisfaction ratings, approval satisfaction ratings, at saka yung sa presidential election survey for 2028. She is the number 1 and the most formidable candidate. Kaya nga, hindi maiwasan maisip ng tao at ng taong bayan na this is a purely political exercise to eliminate the most potent and formidable opponent, formidable candidate in 2028. Kasi wala silang kandidato na pwede ilaban kay Vice President Sara Duterte. So ang gagawin nila, i-impeach nila, and they will do everything. Grabe, makikita mo yung resource mobilization nila at saka naglabasan yung parang kabuti yung mga trolls ngayon, yung mga media spins, mga media press releases. Grabe, it's really a demolition. But if you will notice,